Camp Lejeune, we get a lot of questions at the Veterans Service Office about Camp Lejeune claims, or veterans that were stationed at Camp Lejeune during the time that they had the contaminated waters. You've probably seen it on TV, the advertisement, the lawyers, you may even got emails, you may have seen it on some of the multimedia pages about you need to file your claim. If you were stationed at Camp Lejeune, you're due for compensation. First and foremost, I want to talk to the veterans. Veteran, if you were stationed at Camp Lejeune and you have any of the 8 disabilities that are presumed caused by the contaminated water, you do not want to seek an attorney. You want to seek out your Veterans Service Officer to help you file that claim. That way you'll get the most benefit afforded to you in compensation by filing a claim to the Department of Veterans Affairs for the disability that was incurred to the presumption of the contaminated waters. Why pay an attorney to do what the Veterans Service Office is going to do for free? I do not want to see you handing over money to an attorney to do what the Veterans Service Office can do for free. Now, there are some health care concerns that are not presumed disabilities, and there's a multitude of those. I want to say there's like 14 of those disabilities. Say, if you have any of these health care concerns, you can seek health care through the VA for those concerns. They're not a compensable disability, but nonetheless, you can still get care for that. Oh, by the way, now let's talk about the dependents. Let's talk about your spouse that was stationed with you at Camp Lejeune. They have one of those health care concerns that is listed as a health care concern. They too can get health care provided by VA for those concerns. Now, what if one of those concerns is a life-threatening, cancerous diagnosis that you go, wait a minute, shouldn't my spouse be compensated for this disability that occurred at Camp Lejeune? I cannot, as a Veterans Service Officer, file a claim for compensation for that spouse. Then and only then would I actually advise you, go ahead and seek an attorney that's working on Camp Lejeune claims. There may be the ability to gain some type of monetary value for that disability, for the liability of the Camp Lejeune contaminated water, but through the VA, I can't do that for a spouse. Now, one other thing about the spouse. Let's say you do have a veteran, and unfortunately they came down with one of the Camp Lejeune disabilities and has passed due to one of those disabilities. Then and only then I need the spouse to come to the Veterans Service Office so we can file a claim to the Department of Veterans Affairs to try to obtain what we call dependent indemnity compensation. So I'm kind of warning you to not run off to see an attorney right away if you're the veteran and you have one of the 8 presumptive disabilities. But I am encouraging you to seek an attorney should it be something that the Veterans Service Officer cannot provide for a family member. So I just want to make sure Camp Lejeune disabilities are real. There's a lot of concerns about who do I seek. My first response would be call your Veterans Service Officer, call your county officer, call the Texas Veterans Commission, and get a grasp of what's available, and we will advise you what would be in your best interest. Thank you so much, Eric.